They played great on offense. Their defense was, what we think they are. They're not very good, but the offense, you got to score
But at least
points.
they made Kansas punt a few times.
That's true. They did. They made them punt. I agree with you. They did make them punt a couple times. By the way, Spencer Sanders is playing, so just let people know.
And just ran for a touchdown.
Yep, he sure did. He just ran for a touchdown.
What a play.
Yeah.
If he didn't step out.
And we also got the Alabama game going on over here with Tennessee. Big games. But, yeah, OU, listen, you got to win how you win, right, Al? That's what they did. They went out and won the game. I knew that line was one of the dumbest lines I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, Fat Jack and I were talking about it. That
Vegas lost a lot of money.
Oh, they lost so much money, yeah. Although at the end, I think the smart dudes came in and bet Alabama. So I don't know how much money. I'm not Alabama, excuse me. They bet OU. But, yeah, they had a lot of dudes play well, and their running backs were really good. Gray and Barnes. Gray really had
particularly Gray. Yeah, Gray had a great game today. Averaged 9-point-some yards a carry, I think it was. So he's really, 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 really good. Gabriel threw for over 400 yards, and so it was a win you had to have. Now, the rest of this league is crazy, man. It's Iowa State, a team that we don't think is very good, almost beat Texas today.
And frankly, they should have. Yeah. I mean, if you see that game, that was unbelievable. Matt, did you see the end of that game?
I saw the end of it. I also saw earlier in the game when Deckers threw an interception in the end zone.
That's
just
when
threw it right to it.
Yeah, they were up 7-0. But
could have been up 14-0.
But I'm talking about Hutchinson, who might be the best receiver in the entire league, dropped a touchdown pass.
Yep.
I mean, he was just wide open at like the 5-yard line. So crazy. Just crazy stuff. And you're right, Al. This league, you got no idea from week to week, man. Who's going to play well, who's going to win, who's going to lose. It's crazy. Yeah,
it's just, and it's a game today. I really didn't think after the half, the OU didn't get any chance of losing the game. They dominated the game, got up 3 touchdowns, then a 2 touchdowns. So it was a game that OU had total control over.
Well, what OU unfortunately has to do, Al, with the defense that they have is when they get up, they got to keep getting up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, and the yards, at least they got to the quarterback. This was so much better defense than last week. Not even close.
They rushed more than 3 people.
Yeah, they didn't play the 3-man line.
No, I mean, only a couple of times they rushed 3. They ended up rushing 4 and sometimes 5 and 6.
It was aggressive. They were flying around and doing a lot of things. So you get away. You had an off week now, and then you got to go to Iowa State.
They said on the broadcast that OU had only run 10% of the time. They had run 5 or more rushers in the passer, 10% of the time. Today, I mean, I don't know what it was, but it was over 50. I mean, it was a lot. So it was, I mean, they got a lot more aggressive. Even the announcer was saying, this is a lot different than we've been watching them on tape.
Because they've been so passive.
Yeah, they have. You're exactly right.
Look at Tennessee driving down the field in Alabama.
They are. Yep, they are. They're definitely driving down.
Wow. OSU, Lee. But, yeah, you mean now you get the week off, Jim, and you just try to figure it out and just get better.
Yeah, and then they got some tough games coming up.
Look at Alabama. Tennessee,
Yep. I think he's down right before the goal line, but they're going right down the field. They got the ball on like the 42-yard line, and they're going all the way down the field on Alabama.
But, yeah, it's we talked on the pregame. It's a game that you had to have.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can't lose this game. I mean, you cannot lose this game. And at least we're not going to hear another thing about 1998.
And it's kind of funny, even on pregame, the national guys, most of them pick Kansas. The local guys here pick Kansas. Interesting.
I picked OU.
Oh, you too?
Thank you very much.
You picked them to cover, though.
I did.
Nice.
I picked them to cover. And I picked Iowa State. Iowa State was my T&W Tire Lock of the Week, plus 16. Oh, if you watch any of that team, Texas was just they weren't even like they weren't even like they cared. They just were kind of going through the motions. Then they ran the ball. They're lucky they got really good running backs because that's the only way that they won that game today. And Iowa State blew that game.
Well, and Texas goes to Oklahoma State next week.
Yep, and Oklahoma State, like Matt said, a big start here, 7-0, up 7-0. Tennessee has scored a touchdown, but they're looking at it to see if he got over the goal line. I think he did, but they're going to re-look at it. Great run by Spencer Sanders. I just saw it again. So anyway, that a lot of good. Mims had a really good game. It's about time they got him the ball. Willis is really coming into his own on the offensive side of the ball. Key Lawrence made a bunch of plays on defense.
Offensive line played really well.
Offensive line played really well. Really, really well. Yep. But, yeah, they had a lot of dudes that made plays. Now, they still had some busts. That last touchdown they gave up, I don't know what was going on. There's dudes like standing next to each other holding hands, and there's a guy running for a touchdown or running wide open. So you say a good win. It is a good win. You got to win. Any win is good.
Most people pick the other team to win.
Yeah, which is, Vegas is not idiots,
No, you're right about that.
They're not idiots.
No.
Everybody thought that line was so stupid, and it was. It was a stupid line. And that's why you go the other way on that game. By the way, it got up to 10, so there were some people at the end that pushed.
You're right about that. Wow.
Think about that.
You're right.
But I'm telling you, a bunch of people bet on Kansas early, and then the people came in late on OU, and I'll be interested to see what the money was. How much money was on each side.
Yeah, that would be because wasn't it? I think I heard you and Fat Jack talk yesterday. The Alabama game and the OU game was the most bet on games in Vegas.
Yes, they were. Yep, it was very big. And here's the deal. If 1,000 dudes come in and bet $100 on a game, and then some guy bets $300,000 the other way, well, there's a bunch of dudes betting on one side, but there's more money on the other. So that's all I'm saying. I think it's going to be interesting to see what the money is. I'll have to find that out from Fat Jack. But, yeah, good win. Good win. You get the win. Obviously, the defense still has problems. The offense looked great. And now, the defenses, I don't know how many good. Iowa State's defense is good. I think OSU's defense is good. I don't know if there's anybody else that's real good defensively.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think OU's going to score a bunch of points. I really like what Levy did today, man. That fast offense in the beginning now, that was some good stuff, wasn't it?
Threw a lot of stuff out in the flat and everything.
And then they did a lot of double moves, too. A lot of double moves where they caught dudes wide open on the sidelines. That was some good stuff, man. Really good stuff. By the way, Tennessee goes up 7-0 on Alabama. Still 10 minutes left in the first quarter. So,
boy, that place got to be going nuts.
Yeah, by the way, OSU holds TCU again. So TCU's got a punt.
Well, and OSU's offense against this TCU's defense, I think, is a mismatch.
Boy, it's a good thing Sanders is playing.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they'd have been in some trouble without him. But, yeah, looking good. Matt Meyer, do you want to give us some statistics? I know OU had over 600 yards. I know that.
Yeah, and I thought I saw that Oklahoma's total yardage at the half was the second most in school history, only behind the 86 Missouri game. They had like 490 something or whatever it was.
485 to be exact.
Is that what it was at the half?
Yep,
okay.
we were talking about it. 485.
I think that's the second most in school history. Dylan Gabriel, 29 of 42 for 403 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, he also had a couple of fumbles, too. He's got to take better care of the ball, but overall played really well.
And his first interception.
Yeah, first one of the year. That's right.
He turned the ball over 3 times and scored 52 points. Think about that. I mean, they literally, if they would have played more efficient, they might have scored 7.
Did OU punt today, Matt?
Yeah, one time. Remember, he kicked it like 80 yards and went into the end zone. I think that was their only punt, right?
Yeah,
Matt?
I think they punted once. That's the only one I can remember.
Yeah.
Eric Gray, 20 carries for 176 yards. That's about 9 a carry. 2 touchdowns. Javonte Barnes, 21 carries for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mason Fairchild, 6 catches, 106 yards and 2 scores.
Boy,
5 of the Jayhawks
he's
caught
good.
1
That
pass.
He's really good.
He's really good,
Yeah.
that Fairchild.
Well,
kid, man.
he was the hero of the Texas win last year. Remember, he's the one I think that caught that 2-point conversion and then got the deal with Applebee's and all that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so team-wise, Oklahoma 36 first downs compared to 22 for Kansas. Oklahoma, listen to this.
Yeah, before third down conversion.
Yeah.
Listen to this number, Al.
Go ahead.
OU is 16 of 21 on third down.
Wow.
Absurd. Of course, big key in that is staying ahead of the chains, getting
Right,
yourself
third
in.
and 2, third and 4. Yeah,
right.
no doubt about it. Yeah.
Kansas 5 of 11 on third down. Oklahoma did convert their fourth down opportunity. Oklahoma 701 yards of total offense, 430 total yards for Kansas. We gave the passing numbers. Rushing as a team, Oklahoma 57 carries for 298. That's over 5 a carry. Kansas carried it 35 times for 165, a little more than 4.5 a carry. Not a ton of penalties for either team. Kansas had 5, Oklahoma had 4. Both teams had 45 yards in penalties. A lot of turnovers, though. Oklahoma had 3, Kansas had 2. Kansas's were the 2 interceptions. Oklahoma's 2 were all by Gabriel, 2 fumbles lost and an interception. Time of possession, I think for the first time this year, Oklahoma won that. Not by much, though. 30-19 compared to 29-41.
701 yards, Al, and they had 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers.
Are you kidding me? That means they're rolling up 800 yards possibly if they don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, they were an offensive machine today. I mean, that just.
Yeah. And that's obviously the problem for Kansas. I mean, they got a nice offense, and if Daniels is in there, even better. But their defense is not very good. And but OU's offense did more than other teams did, right? I mean, that's an impressive performance.
Yeah, and you're right. Jeff Lebby, I thought, really called a
I
really
loved
good
what he
game
did.
today.
I loved the beginning of that game,
yeah,
man.
he just-
And remember, we talk all the time. Start fast. What did they do? 7-0, right? Right off the bat, go score.
And you know what? Gabriel missed some passes. Didn't miss high, though.
You're right. I was purposely watching his feet, and he was moving his feet in a much better direction than he was the last couple games that he played. So they've been working with it, and he played a good game. He missed some passes. You're right, Al, but it wasn't the old high deal that we had been watching. You're right.
So again, the off week you get some confidence back after the just horrible performance against Texas and TCU. So you go back and you get 5 games left and 3 on the road.
Well, you said. I mean, again, I'll say that you were incredibly poignant to start the pregame show. You said if OU's going to go bowling, they got to win this game, and they did. So now they got 4 wins. They got to win 2 more games.
Yep.
Very rarely in the past have we talked about trying to go to a daggone bowl game, but that's where we are right now, right?
That's exactly.
And the
right.
week off, you work on some things. If there's anybody else, you try to be healthy. Look at OSU is throwing. I mean, they're doing some crazy plays. Are you watching this?
Yes.
They just called a great screen to Richardson. They caught TCU with the perfect call.
And then they
that's
just
what got them
faked
down
an
the
end
field.
around, and Sanders threw it. I mean, they are getting after it. Wow. Casey Dunn and Mike Gundy, they're thinking we're on the road
No
against
doubt.
a good team. I love it.
I tell you, Casey Dunn, what he's doing this year, he may be going somewhere for a head coaching job. Don't
He
you
might
agree?
be. He might
I mean,
be,
he's
yeah.
been brilliant this year.
They have been doing some really good
I mean,
things. There's no doubt about that.
And the improvement they've made out of with Spencer Sanders is unbelievable. Alabama's now driving right down the field.
Yeah, they're driving.
This could be a shootout there.
There's a legitimate chance it could be a shootout. I was just going to say the exact same thing. Well, football feedback, Bud Light Game Time, live from historic Campus Corner in Norman, here in the RV General Store Sports Animal Mobile Studios, driven by Eskridge Lexus of Oklahoma City. OU wins 52-42, and we got some great games going on. We'll keep you updated on all of them. Alabama trying to score, OSU trying to score. So we'll be keeping you up to date on all the other games as well. Stay with us. We'll take phone calls, too. This will be first time in a while, Al. There'll be maybe a couple happy people.
But, there'll be people that are going to be bitch about something.
Well, yeah, I would probably agree with you. You're exactly right.
It's Spencer Sanders inside the 10-yard line.
They are they're rolling.
Yeah, they are rolling.
They are definitely rolling. We'll be back. Leader in Sports, the Animal.